Like my mom and dad, they played in a couple towns over, and then my brother played, right? We all played in that same little area, and so everybody kind of knows the last name Payne.
Before Ball State freshman Quentin Payne was even born, it was fate. He would grow up to play the game of basketball.
It was really when I was little, before I could even walk, when you're crawling around and stuff like that. So there's always little blow-up rubber basketballs or real basketballs or anything really around the house, and so we were always, it was just kind of put into our hands. So that's really my first memory of playing basketball, because I didn't really know my parents played basketball until I was older.
We both went to the same high school, and he was an all-state basketball player, and I played there, and that's kind of how we met on the court playing hoops. And he was a coach for a long time, and he's passionate about coaching. It was just the love that they did watching him coach and being around the gym all the time, and they all kind of followed suit into playing. It was just by coincidence.
It's always tough growing up as the youngest of three, especially when everyone above him played Division I basketball.
It was a lot of fun though, having an older brother and sister where you can look up to him and be like, hey, did you guys see my brother do this last night? Did you see my sister do this? So it was always kind of one of those fun things to have an older brother and sister where like everybody knew who they were.
You know what, I think Cully and Caitlin, their goal was to make their little brother as good as they were, if not better. And you know, they're behind him, they text him after every game, they watch their games when they get an opportunity. So they support him when he was young, making him tough, not letting him win, and they're supporting him today.
We didn't really compete very well with him in the beginning just because we were young, a little bit younger, and so my sister, she really started to shoot the ball well, and so she started to surpass him a little bit in shooting. And then when it came to one-on-one, he still was just better than both of us at one-on-one.
I think a lot of it was his competitiveness against his older brother and sister. We were a competitive family. We always played against each other, and you know, you had to be good enough to win. So
trying to compete against what my brother and sister did was always a super difficult thing because they scored unbelievable amounts of points at high school. It was something that really drove me every day because I hated let my brother, let my sister have a better game than me or let them get some award that I didn't.
yes, it'd probably be pretty comical from the neighbor's perspective, I'm sure. We would always play, and yes, my husband was determined to win.
So we were playing 2-on-2, and so it was my sister and I versus my dad and my brother, and so we were playing. My dad was like diving on the floor doing crazy stuff, and so just the next day he was just so sore, he couldn't walk or anything. And so
Quentin experienced a difficult recruiting process, one that ultimately led him to Muncie.
I didn't really commit here until later on because I was already committed to another college, and so when I was going in, before I went into my freshman year of college, I got an offer from Iowa University, and then after that I didn't accept the offer right away. I didn't really want to make a rash decision and choose too early, but then my brother, after his coach at Iowa decided, after he got fired, he decided to transfer. I went and committed to Loyola of Chicago, and after my brother graduated from there, he ended up not taking his fifth year. So I kind of reevaluated what I wanted. He came in, watched me work out, watched some different game tape, and so we had a great bond from early on. It wasn't something that we had a year or 2 years to really build, but it was something that we knew was going to be a great relationship and a great coaching relationship early on.
Blessed with a loving and caring family, Quentin knows who to call in a time of need.
I have a great family base where I can just call so many people, and since my family, they've all played D1 basketball, they've all gone through the struggles, they've all had the great times, and so it's just something where I'm just blessed and fortunate enough to have a family where most kids, their parents didn't play D1 basketball, they're just kind of trying to figure it out on their own.
Through it all, who has Quentin depended upon the most?
No question, I'd have to say my dad. He's really been the person. He's trained me since whenever I started walking since I'm 19 now. He's been training me for forever. He's coached me when I was younger. He coached me through AAU and high school and everything like that. So I just can't even thank him enough for all the stuff he's done, because he'll go study games, he'll go watch high school, college, NBA, whatever it is to take all their kind of stuff and put it into a skill workout and train me to be the best I can. And without him, I probably wouldn't be at the level I am today.
My husband is the one that I would give all the credit to because he's trained them, taught them, worked on their skill development for many, many years to get them to this level. He's the one that really made them who they are today, and never let them quit. And when their heads are down, told them to get their head back up. There's another game. Fight through it, be a winner.
For Ball State Sports Link, I'm Tyler Bradfield.